at the three-point contest, is there a chance we see like a Caitlin Clark appearance like we did with Sabrina last year?
So imagine that. You have Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson on the NBA side. Then you get Sabrina Ionescu, Caitlin Clark on the WNBA side. There's definitely efforts being made to make this happen.
4 basketball superstars, Caitlin Clark, Steph Curry, Sabrina Ionescu, and Klay Thompson, are raising an exciting question. Could we be on the brink of the most thrilling NBA All-Star moment ever? The basketball world is buzzing about the possibility of an epic showdown between the Splash Brothers, known for changing the game with their shooting, and the Splash Sisters, a dynamic duo shaking up the women's game. It's the perfect clash of talent, precision, and star power that could unite fans from every corner of the basketball world.
Fans are there for them to bring that event back, with them as obviously the two people returning, but they are working actively. Stephen Curry, Sabrina Ionescu, I think they're doing some recruiting right now to bring in from the NBA side a guy like Klay Thompson. We know about him. He's the other Splash brother, played in the Bay Area, so you bring him into the mix. And then Caitlin Clark is the player that the league,
it's going to cost
the participants here are involved in and trying to recruit her in.
There's still one key question left. How will Caitlin Clark, known for her fearless shooting and coolness under pressure, react to this challenge? She's already made a huge impact on the WNBA, but will she step up and take on this moment with 3 of the NBA's biggest stars, or is there something deeper behind her decision to hold back? In this video, we'll uncover Caitlin Clark's response to this potential all-star showdown. One thing is clear, her choice could change the course of basketball history. Will she take the chance to solidify her legacy on the sport's biggest stage? Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Ready to find out?
It's Thompson. Thompson finds an opening. Three-pointer's up. It's good. Klay Thompson from downtown. Curry gets a look, fires away, ties the game. Steph Curry from downtown.
The Splash Brothers, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, have spent over a decade dazzling NBA fans with their incredible shooting skills. Known for their unmatched ability from beyond the arc, they've redefined the game and won 4 NBA championships. But now, a new challenge is on the horizon: the Splash Sisters, Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark. If this dream showdown becomes a reality, it could go down as one of the most iconic moments in basketball history. On one side, you have the duo that changed the NBA with their three-point dominance, holding records that seem unbeatable. On the other, 2 of the WNBA's sharpest shooters, ready to prove their skills on the biggest stage. This matchup isn't just about individual talent, it's about 2 leagues coming together to celebrate the game of basketball. What makes it even more exciting is Sabrina's personal push to make it happen. She's made it clear, if she's teaming up with anyone, it's Caitlin Clark.
You did the three-point contest against Steph Curry last year. Now, I hear that they want to go back and go 2-on-2, Steph and Klay. Who would your partner be?
I mean, if I would have to choose, I'm taking Caitlin Clark on my team.
Together, Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark have earned the title Splash Sisters, and for good reason. Both have completely changed the game with their deep shooting, blending precision with the ability to hit clutch shots when it counts the most. The stakes are sky high, but Caitlin's involvement is still the biggest question. Will she rise to the occasion and team up with Sabrina to face the Splash Brothers, or will this dream matchup remain just a thrilling what if? One thing is certain, the world is watching.
In the weekend, and so if you can make it a 2-on-2, or let's say you do one part of the event on Saturday night, you leave the other part of the event Sunday night. Like imagine having like Klay versus Caitlin Clark, or Stephen Curry against Caitlin Clark on one of those other nights. Like that could add some extra excitement.
Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark share more than just a love for sinking deep threes. They have a strong bond built on respect and admiration. Before they were peers, Sabrina was Caitlin's idol, and she's been cheering for Caitlin's rise since the start. Their connection goes back to Caitlin's college days when Sabrina hosted her on a recruiting visit to Oregon. Even though Caitlin ultimately chose Iowa, that visit left a lasting impression on Caitlin, and the roots of their friendship were planted early on.
Actually took her visit here with her dad, and I was kind of showing her around Eugene, and to be able to see what she's been able to accomplish in college and now at the professional level, it just helps all of us continue to push the game forward and advocate for women's.
As the years went on, their bond only grew stronger. Sabrina has been there every step of the way, supporting Caitlin as she broke records and helped elevate women's basketball. Whether it was gifting Caitlin and the Iowa team her signature Nike sneakers or showing up to surprise them during moments of celebration, Sabrina has always been there to cheer Caitlin on. She's truly been in her corner from the start.
I mean, she's just starting her career, and obviously how she's been able to push the game forward is amazing, and doing that in college and breaking so many records and knowing that she's just scratching the surface of what she's going to accomplish in the league. And, you know, she knows I'm always...
As Caitlin began to make her mark, she didn't hesitate to name Sabrina, along with Maya Moore, as one of her biggest inspirations. Caitlin credits Sabrina with shaping how she approaches the game, especially offensively, dynamic, fearless, and impactful. Caitlin has said, beyond the court, she's a player who's always raised the bar, and that's what I want to do. The admiration is truly mutual. Sabrina has often said Caitlin is just scratching the surface of her potential, praising her for breaking barriers at every level of the game.
It's tough. I mean, you always are going to have to fight adversity, and I think that's part of everyone's journey, is being able to kind of weather that storm and figure out what makes you you. And she's so young, she's going to be able to learn and grow. Times like this are kind of when you figure out what you're really made of and how you can continue to improve as a teammate, as a basketball player, as a person. And so I'm not the least bit worried about what she's going to be able to accomplish in the league. I just know she's going to continue to work really hard and stick with it, and good things will happen to good people.
Their bond goes beyond mentorship. It's a partnership based on a shared vision. Sabrina has consistently spoken about Caitlin's potential to change the game and has been there every step of the way as Caitlin makes her transition into the NBA. Even when the Indiana Fever faced struggles early on in Caitlin's career, Sabrina was there, offering support and reminding everyone that greatness takes time. Sabrina often highlights Caitlin's resilience and leadership, noting that her influence goes beyond the numbers. She inspires others.
Caitlin's been able to do in the college game, continuing to push it forward. She's selling out every arena she's going to, and obviously the WNBA is excited to bring her in market wherever she's going to end up, and continuing to push the.
When it comes to long-range shooting and electrifying performances, one name always comes up alongside Caitlin Clark: Steph Curry. The Golden State Warriors superstar isn't just someone Caitlin looks up to. He's been a blueprint for how she plays the game. Her incredible shooting range, quick release, and fearless attitude on the court all reflect Steph's influence on her style of play.
Curry lets it go and buries it. 50. Here's Clark. She fires and goes. She hits.
Oh my gosh, and I start running around. I mean, that's the kind of shot you dream of in the front yard.
Caitlin has frequently talked about how Steph Curry's game inspired her to push the limits of what's possible on the court. Watching him play made her realize that she could shoot from anywhere. She's mentioned in interviews that his fearless ability to take bold shots and sink them effortlessly gave her the confidence to experiment with her own shooting range. But it's not just about the shots. It's the swagger, the creativity, and the belief that basketball is about making moments. For Caitlin, Steph embodies what basketball should be: innovative, dynamic, and fun. The admiration is mutual. Steve has praised Caitlin multiple times, recognizing her shooting ability, leadership, and the impact she's had on women's basketball. He's called her a game changer and noted that she's moving the sport forward by inspiring the next generation. This mutual respect bridges the gap between the NBA and WNBA, proving how great players, no matter the league, can elevate and inspire each other.
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. And then her just confidence. You can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer.
Caitlin isn't just following in Steph's footsteps, she's creating her own legacy. While Steph redefined the NBA's three-point era, Caitlin is setting a new standard in women's basketball. Her ability to hit clutch shots not only controls the game's pace but also opens up opportunities for her teammates. While her style mirrors Steph's in some ways, she brings her own flair and adaptability to the court,